Mercedes, it's always industry leading when it comes to innovation, power. This one specifically has the 4-liter twin-turbo V8. You mix two turbos and a V8 power, that's torque all day. That's the
Torque all day, write that down.
torque all day, yeah.
Good morning. I'm Dallas Seeley, founder and owner of the Seeley Group, one of the top-ranked real estate brokerages, not only here in the Austin area, but the entire country as a whole. And you might be immediately asking yourself, what in the world is this real estate guy doing shooting a Mercedes video? Well, it's very simple. Because of our experience and our connections here in the city, whatever you need, we are your white glove, your Ritz-Carlton. We're going to roll out the red carpet and we're going to go above and beyond to take care of you. So we're here talking G-Wagons, we're here talking Mercedes. And as you know, or may not know, if you want a Mercedes, if you want an AMG, and if you specifically want a G-Wagon, they are very, very, very hard to get a hold of. No worries. We have you covered because of our connections, our relationships with not only Mercedes-Benz of South Austin, but many, many other top organizations in the Central Texas area. All we have to do is make a phone call and we have you taken care of. Again, my name's Dallas Seeley. I'm the founder and owner of the Seeley Group. If you're interested, if you're liking what you're hearing so far, please click on the like and subscribe button below. We're coming with more and more value every single week, and I'm super excited to have some fun talking G-Wagons and Mercedes. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm Dallas Seeley here, and I'm here with the living legend, Mr. Jeff Paffron, the top sales guy of Mercedes-Benz of South Austin. And today, we've got not just one, but two epic G-Wagons to show you guys. We're sitting in front of my personal favorite. This is the AMG G63, right? You've got your entry-level G-Wagon, the 550, and then really you've got your top line, your big boy, that G63. Jeff, instead of the viewers at home hearing from my mouth what makes this vehicle so special, can you kind of, as the definitive experts, give them a little bit more color on this vehicle, its history, and everything in between?
Absolutely, Dallas. We have here a G63 AMG in black. This vehicle itself is the most iconic vehicle on the Mercedes-Benz lineup. Starting from the square body, the aggressive front end. This one specifically being the G63, obviously you have the big V8 with the rumble that everybody loves. This car comes in and it's got a presence.
So Jeff, couple questions right there. If the viewers at home are watching this and this is their first introduction to a G-Wagon, it looks like a box. It looks like a grip, right? And so, correct me if I'm wrong, Mercedes-Benz has really, in essence, kept almost the identical body shape for the past 50 plus years?
Absolutely, yeah. This vehicle started off as a military vehicle. Mercedes was hired to contract out for their military back in Germany many years ago. And that's how the formation of this general body style came about, right? It started off as a combat vehicle, and now it's a street vehicle for you to buy.
So my wife is on her third G-Wagon, and it is, you know, without a doubt, the most unaerodynamic vehicle on the market. However, the G63 goes from 0 to 60 in how fast?
3.9 seconds.
3.9 seconds. To give you guys a little color, I used to have a BMW 4 Series.
Okay.
And my wife got her first G63, and it smoked it. This thing is like, it's not just sneaky fast. It's like you get in it, you put it on sport mode, and it's beyond
what you're in.
it. So just as someone who's driven this and even someone who's watching, just to put it in perspective, how does Mercedes, how does AMG pack so much torque and horsepower? And I'm sure you're going to tell the viewers at home the numbers, to where a giant box can go 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds.
Mercedes, it's always industry leading when it comes to innovation, power. This one specifically has the 4-liter twin turbo V8. You mix 2 turbos,
Yeah.
and a V8 power, that's torque all day. That's the
Torque all day, write that down.
torque all day, yeah. And when you get in this car, you probably can talk about it. Probably your wife as well. You hit the gas pedal and it pushes you back.
Yes.
Right? You're trying to hold on for everything. If you don't let your passengers know ahead of time, and they're gonna be dropping whatever they have in their hand. Make sure no one is drinking in this car when you do that, because you're gonna make a mess. And this car packs 577 horsepower. Right? To give you an idea.
I mean, to give you guys an idea, literally, unless you're buying like the new Lamborghini or Ferrari SUV, this is without a doubt the quickest, fastest, raw power, get up and go SUV on the market.
Absolutely. And it looks like a box.
And it's a box. It's a brick on wheels.
And it looks like a box.
It's the most unexpected. And that's what, as a consumer, as a owner who drives it, you know, we have a couple vehicles, and when we go on a date night, guess which vehicle keys I'm pulling for? Because it is fun. It's
gotta be
drive. It's fun, right? It's just fun because it's unexpected. You get in it every time, and even after years of owning these, it's just fun because it's so unexpected. The drive, the power, and the feel in your hands.
Yeah. I mean, like, just look at it. Right?
It's incredible.
And you're doing 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. I think people overestimate how short of a time that is.
Okay, so these guys are hand built by Mercedes AMG in Germany.
In after back.
Okay,
That's the town.
and you can see they've got these classic. These are the 22-inch kind of classic AMG wheels.
Style wheels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so something I really love, Jeff, about the G is, unlike most vehicles on the road, you have dual exhaust not only coming out the side, but it comes out both. So in essence, you have a total of 4 exhaust tips.
Absolutely, a quad tip.
And when you cold start this puppy up, just in normal mode, the rumble can be heard. So, you know, if you live in a quiet neighborhood, you might need to think about that. But when you turn it into super sport mode,
Yep.
the sound, the growl of that exhaust goes through the roof.
Absolutely, yeah. The noise this car makes, even compared to some of our other AMG models, this one specifically has a throatier growl to it. To go with the look of it, right? To go with the aggressive, mean look of it, it creates that sound that, honestly, it's, unless you've heard it, there's no other way to describe it other than it being
Raw power.
raw, manly. You know, trying to deep down the voice and all.
Raw power. And for the record, my wife drives this vehicle, so that's possible.
That's amazing.
All right, let's take a look at the back. Tell us about this kind of iconic, and obviously is the spare tire cover, but it really just finishes out the whole look on the back right here.
Absolutely, yeah. The G63 specifically has the, you have a full-size tire in here. A lot of cars come with a spare, where it's a smaller tire, not meant for you to really drive on full-time. You have a full-size 22-inch tire in here. It comes with this beautiful cover. This one here is in chrome. You can get them in black chrome, or you can get it in fully black, or match the paint color of the car. But yeah, it gives that iconic look for on the G-Wagon.
Perfect. So we're about to go to the interior, but like Jeff said earlier, this really evolved off an original military-built vehicle, and something really cool that you got to get used to. If you shut it like a normal, I'll go a little harder.
There we go.
If you shut it like a normal vehicle, you can see it really doesn't close, right? And they did that on purpose, where everything about this, just, if there's one theme word to this vehicle, I would say power. Power, right? You got to use power to close the door. So there's really a purposefulness to the human touch, the feeling, the senses, right? I think that's it as we're talking out loud.
As this car gives you,
The senses, from what you hear to what you see to what you feel, having to open and close the door.
You can do that 100 times and that car's not gonna break.
And it's fun.
You know?
It's a fun vehicle for your senses.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna go to the other side. You wanna kind of tell us about all the luxury upgrades they've done for the interior?
Absolutely. One of the unique things with Mercedes is your seat controls is always going to be on the door card here. So we'll move it back here, and you have this beautiful touch screen here. You have two screens. You have one as your tachometer, and then the other one as your infotainment system. Previously, one of the biggest struggles with the G-Wagon was how small the screen was, but this solves it. Everything is digital in here. You have your Burmeister sound system in here. This is one of the best sound systems in the market. Whether you're looking for a home system or a car system, Burmeister is the way to go. And a lot of our customers have loved having that in here. One of the cool things I find on the G-Wagons is this AC vent, right? It looks like a turbine from an airplane. And do you see that, Dallas?
Yeah, I do.
Very much like a turbine. Even when you turn it and the clicks, the senses you were talking about, just go ahead and turn it on your side.
Yeah.
Do you hear that click? You know, that's so satisfying. Coming back once again to the senses that the G-Wagon gives you, to your sitting position, right? When you're sitting down in this car, you're sitting on top of everybody. You can see what's going on. I'm sure even for your wife, she feels safer in this thing than she probably.
It's an incredible, box of German-made steel, and yet safety is definitely a priority. Again, whether my wife is going for listing appointments, home showings, going to the grocery store, or picking up the kids from school. And for me, my favorite part is going to be the sensory experience we talked about, right? From the touch, the feeling, the sights, and what you hear, especially with the engine, the exhaust. But for those at home that want luxury, one key component that I appreciate that they've done in the past couple of years is, as you expect, we have massaging seats up here. We have massaging seats. But now you can expect anything less.
Absolutely not. It's Mercedes-Benz. Yeah. It's literally the best or nothing, right? And now you can do 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds while getting this.
As you're getting the back massage. As you're getting a back massage.
What other vehicle can you get that in right now?
I mean, again, guys, before we move on to the next one, which is super fun, I'm excited to share with you guys, just hit the market. We personally are on our third G63, and it's just such a great car. Whether you're looking for high-end top luxury, from the massaging seats to all the creature comforts you would expect from a top-notch Mercedes-Benz vehicle, to really the sensory experience from the raw power, it's the complete package. So this is the iconic, the kind of top of the food chain, the Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 in all of its power and glory. And right beside it, and it's interesting, we've got a kind of Jekyll and Hyde, a white versus black, very different G-Wagon.
Absolutely.
Jeff, walk us through the all-new, y'all are one of the first dealerships in the entire country to get it, the all-new 2025 all-electric G-Wagon.
I'm happy to, Dallas. And I don't know if you'll be happy with me, because I know how much you love your big Rumble V8.
I do love it.
But I have this new machine for you.
I mean, it's one of the first in the country. So I'm excited.
No one has seen it yet. Okay. A lot of people haven't seen it yet. Unless you've been by a dealership, you probably haven't seen this thing. And it doesn't say a V8 on the side anymore. It says EQ, meaning all electric. All right. This is still a G-Wagon. This is still a G-Wagon.
Sensory.
It just doesn't have the big V8 motor. Instead, it has a battery with 4 motors on it. This car has 4 transmissions.
Okay.
Because of that,
So this one was 0 to 60, you said in 3.9 seconds.
Whereas this one is 3.2 seconds. This one has slightly more power, believe it or not.
Okay.
This one has 579 horsepower, whereas this has 577. I know it's not a lot.
It's faster.
It's faster,
Okay.
right? With 859 foot-pounds of torque. So the whole pull you back,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel a lot more in this one.
Okay.
Right. And I know, most people don't, buying a G-Wagon aren't really caring for fuel efficiency, but there's a certain luxury in having to wake up and your tank is full every morning. I would pay a price for that. Would you?
Sure.
Absolutely. And I'm sure your wife would too, because if you tell her she doesn't have to go to the gas station ever again,
Yep.
she might change her mind on the G63 versus the the G580.
So I remember 2 or 3 years ago, kind of ads coming out, Mercedes was starting to tease the public, and there was all these, you see these AI renderings of the all-electric G-Wagon. Here we are, one of the first in the country. We've got a faster engine, we've got more horsepower, more torque. Obviously, it is super eco-friendly, 100% electric. What else makes this G-Wagon special?
This one specifically has fixed a lot of the things where our customers talked about, right? One being touchscreen. We now have a touchscreen infotainment system. The other being wireless Apple CarPlay. And I know it sounds very little, but now you don't have to plug in your phone to have your CarPlay, which is a big deal for us. So if you come in here, you can kind of see the all-new screen. One of the things we did not want to lose in the G-Wagon is the G-Wagon feel. How is this compared to your G63 at home?
I mean,
If I didn't tell you
everything from here backwards is identical.
they're identical.
Yeah.
It didn't lose any of the G-Wagon touch, any of the sensories we talked about. You may ask me, did it lose the sound? It did not.
Okay, same sound system.
Same sound system, same massage engine, same massaging seats,
Massaging seat, same sound system, same look and feel from here back. So it's really the main luxury updates on the interior are going to be on the screen, kind of the in-row control center.
Looks a lot cleaner
Okay.
than the previous generation.
And this is all touchscreen.
And it is all touch
The
screen.
entire screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So we've got some major upgrades and updates for luxury and tech feel on the inside.
And we have one new feature
Okay.
in here that's specifically only on the electric ones.
Okay.
It's this fun button right here.
Is it called the fun button?
It's called the G-turn.
We should call it the fun button.
We should call it the fun button.
So this guy has a new fun button. You're calling it the G-turn. I think we need to rename it to the fun button.
Well, I want to call it the fun button. Mercedes calls it the G-turn.
Okay.
So we'll reach out to them and see if we can work something out.
What does the G-turn button do?
It allows the car to spin at 180 degrees.
And explain to the novices such as myself why that. Where would you use that for?
Mostly for off-roading.
Okay.
Right. If you're in sand or in a wet condition and you need to somehow turn around, you can spin in place
360.
360.
And that's
or
only on the electric version.
That's only on electric.
So what I'm hearing, my perception is the engineers and the higher ups at Team Mercedes in Germany were so purposeful in keeping the heart and soul of the G-Wagon, of that military-esque, of that, over-the-top sensory feel, that even with an electric SUV, they want to encourage you to take it off-road, because this is an off-road military vehicle.
Yep.
And
Heart.
And just to kind of put a cherry on top, they put a fun button just to entice you. Yeah, go take it off-road. Go get stuck in some sand or mud and hit the fun
Turn
button.
right back around.
Okay. That's
You know?
interesting.
That's allowed because, remember I told you it has 4 transmissions. So
Yep.
each wheel has its own motor, electric motor.
Wow.
So because each wheel has its own motor, it can turn off each side when it needs to allow you to turn around. I've seen some memes online saying, imagine you honk at someone behind you and you just turn around and they face you.
Only enjoy is it?
Do not use it on dry concrete because you would tear up your tires. But in a wet condition or in a muddy or sand condition, absolutely have fun with this thing. It is great.
So a couple more questions on the exterior to kind of wrap up. All electric. So this is not the gas tank.
Nope. It is your charging plug.
This is where you're going to plug it in.
Yep.
Okay.
So You have 2 levels of charging. Are you familiar with the electric platform at all? Probably not. You like a big V8, huh? With electric, you have you really have 3 levels of charging. You have a level 1 charging, which is your traditional at-home 110 charging. Okay, don't use that. It's gonna take you days to charge your car. Then you have what's called a level 2 charging. That's what you install in your home. So if you come around here, you would plug it in right here. This takes about 6 to 7 hours to charge. So ideally, you come home after a long day, and it charges while you
Just
sleep.
like we do with our cell phone.
Absolutely, same exact concept.
So, only other question that I have, which is obviously different on the back, the G550s and the G63, like we just went over, have that iconic brown. Kind of, what is this extra storage? What's in here?
So this is where you actually store your charging equipment.
Okay.
So if you look in here, you have all your charging wires and cables in here. So that's what that space is for now, rather than a spare tire.
Perfect. German ingenuity.
And it still has a dump.
At its finest. At its finest. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for really going over what makes both of these specials super unique. We've got, as of right now, it could change over time, but my personal favorite, the iconic G63, the over-the-top, unexpected raw power, right? And then we have the brand new, one of the first in the entire country, the all-electric G-Wagon 2025 with all the new fun upgrades and updates to the interior that everyone's been talking about. So, Jeff, if someone is watching this video at home and, you know, they're like, okay, Mercedes-Benz of South Austin, brand new store. You guys just opened up a year ago?
We did.
Okay, they're like, I love the store. I love Jeff, and I want to come see him. Or maybe they don't even live local.
Absolutely.
Would you be able to help them out? And if so, how do they get in touch with you?
Of course, yeah. We ship all across the country. And then we're right here in South Austin, right on 35 South. My cell phone number is 281-840-7725. That's the best way to reach out to me. You can also find me on Instagram at @themostunique_Jeff. Reach out to me, whatever car you want. Because we're the newest dealership, we get blessed a little bit with more inventory. So some of the harder to find cars, we more than likely have it. Feel free, reach out, tell me what you want, and I'm more than happy to help you out.
Awesome. Jeff, so much fun. We appreciate your time, and we will sure be back for more G-Wagons in the future.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
So we just finished talking G-Wagons. We just got done having some incredible fun with Jeff, and I want to take a moment, take a step back, and kind of really talk about our personal experience with the brand and this product. You see, long story short, Amy was driving a Range Rover back in the day, and we were actually pregnant with our first kiddo, and unfortunately, I think we got the luck of the draw with the lemon. And long story short, the vehicle broke down in the middle of an intersection. So I've got my pregnant wife, vehicle breaks down, she's freaking out, and we started looking at other options. And so obviously she had heard of G-Wagon, she had a couple friends that had them. And once we went to the dealership, and it was actually super hard to get a hold of a G63, but once we found one and we got in it, and we turned it on, and immediately that power, that rumble, right? The sensories of the sound hit. And then you put in super sport mode and you put in drive and you go back, and this box on wheels goes to 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. We were hooked. She's on her third G-Wagon. We're about to get ready for another upgrade, and it's just such a fun vehicle. It's an incredible sensory experience, and whether you're driving it right downtown for date night with your wife, or it's your wife's main go-to vehicle and you're going to the grocery store, you're picking up kiddos, it's safe, it's reliable, and it's just fun. So if you liked what you saw today, if you had fun kind of getting nerdy with the 2 different types of G-Wagons, click on the like and subscribe button below. Again, we're coming out with new videos every single week, trying to provide as much value for you guys as possible. If you're thinking about moving to Austin, if you're thinking about selling or buying, please reach out to us today. Myself and my team, we're here to help. Again, my name's Dallas Seeley. I'm the founder and owner of the Seeley Group, one of the top ranked real estate brokerages in the entire country. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.